here we have it. Santa Cruz's brand new bike, the Megatower. Megatower. The Megatower is an all-new bike from the high-end Californian crew Santa Cruz. You could call it a replacement for the Hightower LT, a 29er version of the Nomad, or a scaled-down version of their V10. It's all of these things. We think it's a bike that a lot of people have been waiting for, especially their Enduro World Series race team. The Megatower is mega, 29-inch wheels, 160 mils of travel front and back, and a super solid chassis built around their lower linkage VPP design. Like many of Santa Cruz's latest frames, the Megatower gives the rider the opportunity to fiddle and fine-tune it via two flip chips. One in the lower shock mount to adjust the shock rate and frame geometry, and the second is a chainstay length adjustment as found in their V10 for 10 millimeters of tweaking. It'll take either a coil or an air shock. There's loads of space for a water bottle, a shuttle guard protector, and the standover height is super low, so you can choose from the 5 frame sizes options for desired reach without saddle height concerns. There's not too much more to point out in terms of features. It's a clean and clutter-free bike with no proprietary gizmos or gadgets. Alright, well, we've made it out of the super techie natural trails of Nelson alive on the Megatower. We've had 4 full mega days of riding on this thing, and I'm pretty sure I've got a good understanding of what it's all about. This is the type of bike that you really need to ride hard and fast. That might sound like a cliche, but it is true, because you know, once you start riding it slowly, it starts to become it feels very big. It's a long reach, long wheelbase, and a very firm and supportive suspension. So you really need to ride it hard and aggressively to make the most of it. And that's what it's for. It's a long travel 29er aimed at the enduro race crowd and the heavy, hard-hitting all mountain riders. The Megatower is a bike that needs to be ridden hard. We started our testing out, recommended pressures, and we ended up dropping about 10 to 15 PSI in the rear shock to get a bit more compliance on the rear end. These bikes come with a medium compression tune in the rear shock, and we ran it completely open. So perhaps a medium tune on the compression might be a bit firm for some lighter riders, probably a bit too firm for myself. A lighter tune might give you the ability to then use the compression dial more, because we had this one completely open. The whole chassis is insanely rigid. It transfers a lot of feedback through your hands, but it also means that you can push this bike super hard and you know really where you are. We were riding some incredibly technical trails here in Nelson, which kind of beg you to just stay on top of the roots and stay on top of the rocks, or if you slow down and get bogged down, you're cactus. This bike really carried us through some bonkers terrain out here. Well, thank you for watching our Santa Cruz Megatower launch piece. It's been an interesting experience for me in particular, because it has really promoted us to ride trails a lot harder than you normally would and really attack them. This is the bike that once you attack a trail, you know you're going to come out the other side okay. You just need to trust it. So, Megatower out. Ciao.